All right, let's go meet the 2020 Conduit interns.
Hey!
Hey Akshanaa, thanks for having me over.
No worries, we're so excited to have you here with us. Come on in. Hey! Welcome to the house of the community coordinator. I'm Vithu. Come on in.
Hello, I'm Suvethika. Thank you for coming into my house. Come on in and let's talk about Conduit.
Okay, rapid fire, let's go. What's your favorite Tamil dish?
So many choices, but I would choose kattarati. I definitely want to learn how to make more Tamil recipes in the future. Maybe try a few from the handmade cookbook. Here's the link to purchase a copy.
Thanks. What's your favorite Tamil song?
Anything Sid Sriram, but Venatama Venatariye is a hidden treasure. You can also put him with A.R. Rahman and bam, golden. I actually have my own Sid Sriram playlist. I'll play it to you afterwards.
So what's your favorite memory of living in Sri Lanka?
Well, my favorite memory living in Sri Lanka was my high school time. It's an all-girls school in Jaffna or Jalpanam. I had a good time with all my friends. I'm still in contact with them. You know what? I can introduce them to you after some time.
Wow, that's amazing. So what are your thoughts on the Tamil Diaspora?
The Tamil community, we're so strong. Most of the diaspora have settled down in places where they barely knew the language, they had no resources, and quite frankly, had to start their lives all over again. They never failed to continue rising, even after the toughest of storms, and I'm constantly inspired by their dedication to succeeding. And I know there's so much we can do if we put our minds to it.
Well said. How do you feel about the conditions in the northern and eastern Sri Lankan Tamil community?
After the civil war, most of the Tamil people's lifestyle got improved. But there are so many gaps which are still not complete or in progress. I would say our Tamil community is still struggling to get their basic rights. In terms of education, economy and politics, we are still being recognized as a minority group, and most of our rights have been taken away by the majority people. They need our help to voice out to get their rights back and to live peacefully in Sri Lanka.
Define what it means to you to be a Tamil Canadian.
I think it means a lot to me to be a Tamil Canadian. There is a great sense of pride and responsibility to preserve our cultures and traditions for future generations. I am a great representation of the Canadian identity, where people of various backgrounds come together and live in unity. We can know that we are all from various backgrounds, but we are all pieces of a puzzle that make up Canada.
So why did you decide to apply for the Conduit team?
Last year, I decided to volunteer for Conduit by going back to Sri Lanka and working with local organizations over there to help our Tamil community. Since I was born in Sri Lanka and lived there for half my life, I knew the struggles those communities were going through, and I really wanted to help them in some way. Due to COVID, I wasn't able to volunteer this year. So that's why I decided to apply to Conduit as a fundraising coordinator. This way, I can help with collecting the needed funds to help the community back there. And also in this way, I can create a change within our Tamil community.
Last question, Akshanaa. Why Conduit?
I've been an active follower of comdu.it on their Instagram page for about a year and a half. Being a follower, I sensed the passion by volunteers to help sustainable development in Tamil communities in Sri Lanka. When I saw the job posting, I knew that this was my chance to work closely with an inspiring team. As a Tamil youth, this was my chance to make a difference.
What part of Conduit resonated with you?
Sustainable development. You don't often hear these words associated with our Tamil homeland. Whenever my parents hear about problems back home, their immediate reaction is to think of a quick fix, rather than lasting knowledge for these communities to thrive on their own. As a first-generation Tamil Canadian, I am determined and passionate to help foster personal growth, economic development, and human rights knowledge across global Tamil communities, the ones that helped raise me. And I finally found the right way to do it, through Conduit.
That's amazing.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, but you gotta let me get on with my work, so I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.